8 months into my relationship with Harry, I made a choice that I now deeply regret. I asked for an open relationship, not because anything was wrong, but because I felt bored. The excitement had faded, and I wanted more. He agreed, but he gave me a warning: if I catch feelings for someone else, I'm going to leave you for her. I didn't take his words seriously at the time. I thought we were solid enough to handle it. But then, exactly as he had predicted, he met someone new. And he left. It's been 8 months now, and I still can't shake the pain of losing him. I want him back more than anything. Last Sunday, I was officially kicked out of his house. That was 6 days ago, and every moment since has been unbearable. I've tried calling, no answer. I ran into him in public, and he looked straight through me like I didn't exist. Desperate, I went back to what used to be our home, just to talk, but things turned hostile. His new girlfriend, Jess, seemed to hate me on sight, though I had never even met her before. She tried to attack me. He stepped in to separate us, but when his back was turned, she maced me. Now, instead of taking my side or even hearing me out, he's filing a restraining order against me. I don't understand how it came to this. I know I made mistakes, but I never imagined he could hate me this much. The restraining order has been granted, and I'm now legally required to stay at least 100 feet away from him and Jess. With no other options left, I've decided to move back to Arizona and start over. They seem happy together, and as much as it kills me, I just want to find peace within myself. To anyone younger than me, please take my advice. Social media, especially TikTok, can warp your mind. It fed me ideas that I thought were modern and empowering, but in the end, it only led me down a path of destruction. I wish I had never listened. I was already in therapy, and I still am. Even now, 2 years later, I can't escape the pain. I tried to move on, to heal, but my ex and his now wife still live rent-free in my mind. Yes, wife. He married her. The girl he met while we were still together. The girl he met through me. I thought asking for an open relationship would add excitement to my life, but all it did was open the door for him to walk away. And now, the home that was once mine belongs to her. The man who was supposed to be my husband is hers. And as if that weren't enough, he's been renewing the restraining order ever since it first expired. I don't know why he hates me this much. Maybe I deserve it. Maybe I brought this all upon myself. But it still hurts more than I can put into words. It's a hard truth, but sometimes, the only way to fix a mistake is with a time machine. You made a choice, and now you're facing the consequences. You wanted an open relationship, and he agreed, with a clear warning that if he developed feelings for someone else, he would leave. You accepted that risk, yet now, after 8 months, you're questioning why he left. The reality is, emotions don't follow a timeline. Whether it took 8 days or 8 months, it doesn't change the outcome. He found someone who truly values and respects him, and he chose to move on. Rather than taking responsibility, you've tried to paint him as the villain, claiming he cheated, even though you were the one who wanted to explore other options. And when things didn't go your way, you didn't just let him go. You showed up at his home, confronted him and his new partner, and refused to leave. When she defended herself, you labeled her as the problem. But from an outside perspective, the one who refused to respect boundaries wasn't him, and it certainly wasn't her, it was you. The restraining order wasn't some unwarranted punishment. It was a necessary step to protect himself and his new relationship from your inability to accept the reality of your own choices. Blaming ADHD or social media for your decisions won't change what happened. TikTok didn't force you to open your relationship. It didn't make you ignore the warning signs or dismiss his feelings. If anything, it simply reinforced what was already in your mind. People don't get brainwashed into open relationships unless they were already seeking that idea. The fact that you allowed an algorithm to influence one of the most important decisions of your life speaks volumes about where your priorities were. The truth is, he wasn't overjoyed about opening the relationship. He was making plans for his future, while you were looking for excitement elsewhere. When he told you what would happen if he fell in love with someone else, you assumed it was just words. But he meant it. And now, as painful as it may be, you're seeing the full impact of your actions. It's understandable to feel hurt, but the way you've handled that pain has only made things worse. Harassing someone, showing up uninvited, refusing to leave when asked, these aren't the actions of someone who is heartbroken. They're the actions of someone who refuses to let go. His decision to renew the restraining order isn't because he's cruel, it's because he sees you as a genuine threat to his peace and safety. You're in therapy, and that's good. But if the advice you're getting isn't helping you truly reflect and grow, then maybe it's time to reassess whether you're truly open to healing. At the end of the day, this isn't about him anymore, it's about you. No one can undo the past, but you can control what happens next. The only path forward is to let go, learn from this, and rebuild yourself into someone who won't repeat the same mistakes. The internet won't provide the answers you're looking for, and no amount of external validation will change what happened. Real growth starts when you stop searching for excuses and start taking responsibility for your own happiness.